Hey, it's Steve from Superdense, the most compact bookmark manager for minimalists and web junkies. Going to show you a quick walkthrough video of the option that Superdense has to offer. Let me go to the sign in page. As you can see, I'm already logged in and I'm going to show you the four main features of Superdense. Those are collect and organize your bookmarks, personalize your page, promote the bookmarks you want to share, and invite others like team members, family or friends. When you start, this is the main dashboard. You see your account name that you signed up with. You see a couple of sample categories and bookmarks just to get you started. And the main thing is you want to organize bookmark dashboards for yourself as compact as possible for all the quick links to sites and web apps that you visit like on a daily or weekly basis, so that you visit the most often, like an extension of your browser bar, which is only one row, but now you can fill up the whole page with all the icons of sites that you want to access. It's all about adding bookmarks, editing them, moving them around, creating categories. We have a quick start. You click here, that shows you some of the main places you want to go when you manage your bookmarks, and I'll show a few to get started. So the first thing is basically if you want to start building your own page, like you start a category, giving it a nice emoji. So, and let the fun begin. For example, reddit.com, doing some more. And where would we be without Netflix? Okay, this is the first option to add your bookmarks, do it manually, and now you click here and then you open the site you added. It's not just manually typing. We also have a Chrome extension. So show you how that's done. Let me go to the what's new and see when we announced it, so that I can demo it and download. Okay, going to the Chrome Web Store, adding it to the browser. No need to sync. I click this here so that it stays in focus. Okay, so now we have the Chrome extension of Superdense as well. First time you need to log in. Okay. So now you see logout, so it means I'm logged in. For example, if I go to Board Panda, which is always a fun site, then I can say, click the icon. Okay, I want to place it in the fun category, add. And if I close it now and refresh the page, you see it's added here in the fun category. Okay, well, this is the first quick start. Now we're going to do some more things in how you can add a lot of bookmarks at once. If you, for example, have bookmarks from your browser, or maybe a list in Google Sheets or Excel, and you have a CSV file, let's show how to import those. First, it's not necessary, but I'm going to create an import category. And before importing, I'm going to show you how you can edit this page and reorganize a bit, and the magic button for that is the edit button in the lower right. If you click that, Then you see the same bookmarks in categories, but with some more options like a delete button. Here is some drag and drop options, and the same goes for the icons, because you can move them around from one place to another. Don't need this category anymore, so I'm going to delete it here. And if you just want to reshuffle a bit, well, anything you like. If I cancel, then we go back to where we were before. But if I click Save now, then you see that it has a new hierarchy as we just did it. I said I created an import category, and I'm going to use that category for demoing how that works. It's not necessary to create a new category, but I'll show you why it's convenient to make one and place it on top. Because if you go to settings, and we'll go over all the items later, but for now I go to the data tab. Here's the import option, and we're going to pick the import file. I prepared one here. This is just a CSV file. The format for it is in the help docs. You can also import the standard export file format that's being used by by the browsers, Chrome, Safari, Firefox, and import that. I'm going to open it, upload, and what it starts doing is fetching the icons and make sure that the site is accessible, and only if they are, then you can import them. So here you see the list. You can select which category to import to. Your Superdense is a curated bookmark manager, so it's not like dropping in hundreds or thousands of bookmarks and you're all set. No, you need to organize them to be able to use it effectively. So you know where you place them. You know you want to have the most important ones that you access the most rightly available with the click of a button. So no. If you would be importing thousands of bookmarks, then you will never be able to find them back. So that's not what Superdense is intended for. Okay, I'm just going to select a couple now. I can even go to the next page, and also here do a couple of them. Yeah, okay, so now say save selection. The ones that are selected are removed from the list. And if I go back to my account now, then you see that the import category is populated with the ones that I selected. Okay, now they're all here. I'm going to reorganize them a bit. This one is more for the fun category, this one too. This is more for web development, and yeah, I'll put it here. But maybe also a good time to show we have columns too. So now the number of bookmarks is still not too much, but I'm going to move some around already, place them here, and now you have a layout like this, and you can have up to 4 columns, and it's just what you prefer, how you want to work with your bookmarks, how to organize them, what's most convenient to you. Let's say you have 50, maybe 100 of bookmarks, then it may be a little more tough to locate the bookmarks if you don't use them too often. At some point you know where they are and you easily find them. But we have a search bar. It's here up on the top bar, but you can also press the slash button. And as soon as you start typing, so I type the N, and then all the ones that are not related will disappear. And so if I want to go to Netflix, then I type an E and then the T, and then you see here we have Netflix. So it's very easy to retrieve your bookmarks with the search function if you don't yet recall where you left them. And you may also be interested to remove or to edit one of the bookmarks. You go to the edit button. Here you have them. For example, if you want to delete one, you can click it and say delete. Now it's gone. And you can also change stuff like the title, which is also used for the search, or the URL. And there's an option to change the icon. Maybe you're not interested in doing that for one of the icons that we are able to fetch normally, but it may be very helpful if you, for example, have an internal domain. And so obviously we won't be able to fetch an icon for that. Let me demo that, by the way. So going to add one. Like it was an IP address in an internal network, so we cannot fetch it. And in this case, we show the dash sign for number, or it can also be a letter from the alphabet. Okay, and now I want to update it to a custom icon. I go to Edit. I can say internal cool site and upload a new icon. And let's say I want to pick this one. Needs to be a PNG, it needs to be square, and there's a max file size. So now it's here, and if I update, you see the icon is updated, and when I save it, then it's here as well. Well, that's the first step in collecting and organizing your bookmarks. The second main feature is personalizing your page. For this, I go to Settings and then Design, and let's, for example, start with changing the default icon size, because it may be too small for your taste. Let's say I'm going to 28 pixels, no reloading, and maybe this is more convenient to you. It's just what you like. You can also use the browser resize option. I have it a little zoomed in now, which is more convenient for the demo. But you see in the settings you can change it as well. But it gets even become more fun if we're going to change the background. I'm going to zoom out a little for that. Because I want to show you the integration we have with Unsplash. Those are pictures that you can use for free, and we've linked them to Superdense, and you can say, okay, I'm going with, for example, nature. Oh wow, a lot of beautiful pictures here. But, let's say I want to pick this one. I want to change the styling a little bit more to my taste. I want to make it a bit darker. Then you can choose an overlay, and you can see it's with the change of the opacity you can change how the background is going to be. But you can also modify the blend mode, and that gives a bit of different effect. And you can just play around with it a bit, to just as how you like it. I think this is nice. It's a bit, softened. Okay, so going to save that. Okay, the readability is a bit harder now, but for the icons, yeah, that's not optimal. Oh, gotta zoom in a little too. I can also switch to dark and light mode. You see that changes a bit. Okay, well, this background is not working very well now, so I'm going to change it again. Let's take one of the other options. I'm just going with a cool gradient, a nice one. Oh, and remove the overlay. Maybe a bit darker one. Oh, so many nice ones to choose from. Okay, well, keep it a bit moderate. Okay, so Now you can see, and of course you can upload your own background image as well. I'm going to switch back to dark mode and having the light labels. So this is the basic step that you can take to customize the page, make it to as you like it. You can also go a little step further if you're a bit nerdy and want to control the styling with CSS. I prepared a little code. So, for example, you can import Google Font and change one of the elements on the page. So if I save the changes, and now I've changed this this title here. Well, maybe it's fun, but you can play with it just as you like. Okay, so we had collect and organize, we had personalize, and now we're going to look at the ways what you can do to promote your site, because you can have bookmarks for your portfolio project you've been working on, stuff you did for clients, or maybe you want to promote the tools that you've been using. And what you see here is the link that's automatically generated for you based on your accounts. You can change the name and the link here, as showing you that as well. That's on the account tab. Change your username or the public display name. That's what says Steve Demo, what you see here. Now at first, when I'm going to click this, you'll see that it's an error because the page is not set to public. Of course, we value privacy. Only with the free trial accounts, pages are open by default, but you can change that with the subscription. And you can change the appearance here when you click these three dots and you say, I want to make it public. If I click it again now, then you see the public page. But only 2 of the categories are shown, while we had 4. Maybe you already noticed that we have a red or a green dot here. That's what controls the visibility for the privacy mode, if they are private or public. You can change it here, toggling, and you can also do it here. Here you have an icon indicating the eye. If it's now it's hidden, now it's public. So now all 4 are set to public. So if I refresh the page, now you can see all 4 of them. Still a bit dull now, the page. We have more options to play with. So I go to the account, to the menu settings, and let's say I'm going to change the display name. Well, that's a basic one. For the short intro, I prepared something, and let's say I want to promote Superdense here as well. So updating my profile. And now when I refresh, you see the display name, it's hello, and I have the intro bio, and you have the link that you want to promote here. The link is by default always superdense.com/ and then your username, and which you can change to something if that might be available as well. But we can also go to the branding top if it's enabled in your account, depending on your subscription. And you can do things like a custom domain name, white label. That means that you can remove the word Superdense from the account, a custom logo, and hide the powered by, which is here on the bottom. So let's do that for now, just to demo. The custom logo, I'm going to pick one, and as soon as I update, you see the fav icon here on the page gets updated too, and that will also happen when I refresh the page, and you see that the logo is shown here, not the default Superdense logo. The custom domain, I've already done some preparations for this. Let's say I want to use bookmarks.hellosteve.cf. That's a free domain that you can register. I say add domain. You get, oh, it's not very well readable, but let me select it. It's not yet been activated because you have to create a CNAME record. There's, of course, there's information on this in the documentation linked here. So if you're nerdy, you know how this works. You can change your DNS for it. I already did that up front, so I'm going to verify it now. As I expected, I should get the green check here. So now, when I go back, you see it no longer says superdense.com/demo, but now it attached my own domain that I configured, and going to open it, and you see that it works now under my own domain name. Then another thing that's also a bit more about collecting and organizing bookmarks, but gonna show it here too, is that we also have spaces. And spaces are like different dashboards within your account. Like this is now the default page, but if you also have want to have a separate page with portfolio stuff, you can create a new space. Let's say portfolio. Okay, now it's completely empty. Can switch back to the home dashboard here. And then I can say, okay, I want to move fun, change the space to portfolio. So now it's gone here. And when I switch to portfolio, then it's here. So it's now in the second column because it was there in the main dashboard, but I can switch it back in edit mode. Now it's here. And you see this now gets a different path in your domain. And if I open this, it's going to say, hey, it's not public. I should have expected that because I'm gonna enable that first here, and now refreshing, and now it's on this domain /portfolio, and now you have a separate page for the bookmarks and the categories that you placed here. So this is what you can promote, how you can promote your page. Like you can put it on your Twitter profile or anywhere else where you want, on Instagram, and you can do with it what you like to promote and share your tools. Now the last thing that I want to show you is also in the settings. The theme option. I'm on a plan now with 25 team members. It of course can also be friends or family or whoever you want that you can invite. They get an email with an invite code, and they can with that they can create their own page. So it's not like you're going to work on the same page. All the Superdense accounts are personal, but from one main account you can invite multiple others and or revoke it if they left your circle of friends or no longer a team member. That's in your control. You're the master of the team member page. And say I can invite John at Superdense. And so now an email will be sent. He's mentioned as pending here. And well, if we do John, then we should do Jane as well. Otherwise, I would feel bad for her. Okay, so invited as well, both pending here. They will receive an email saying that it came from you, and then they can sign up and create their own account with it. Well, if you want to know more, you can click the What's New, then you can see the latest changes. You can also submit an idea, or if there's anything that you feel like that's missing, which is very important, you can share it here. Other people may vote on it, and based on that we can see if it's something that we need to develop. We have our roadmap of the things that have been done and the things that are planned or in progress, to keep you all posted. And lastly, if you click support, then here's the help docs with all the information, like the features that we offer, and you can search, of course, to find more examples on styling your page. And if you want to reach out to us, have something to share, contact support, then you can click here and the contact form, and we'll hear from you. Well, thanks a lot. This was the quick walkthrough video. Hope you enjoyed it, and I would love to see you soon on superdense.com.